Steve and Jill here.
Hi.
Welcome to the Land Academy Show, House Academy Show today. Entertaining real estate investment talk. I'm Steve and Jack Butala.
And I'm Jill DeWitt, broadcasting from the Valley of the Sun.
Today, Jill and I talk about affordable housing versus affordable Cadillac Escalades.
Do you know, before we start, I would like to follow up with something from yesterday because I'm sure you are dying to know. I checked on Milli Vanilli, and let me tell you what happened here. In case you weren't sure, they were a German-French R&B band from Munich, founded in 1988. So, what all happened, everyone? Well, here it is. In July of 1989, they were doing fantastic, by the way. I liked them. Who didn't like them?
Me.
They were, okay, well, but it was fun, easy to dance to, good music, right? Well, what happened was they were on stage during an MTV concert, and there was something wrong during the audio course, and they found out that they were lip syncing, is how it all went down. And I will have to say, too, one of them is still with us, one passed on, and they actually performed in July of 2021 at some kind of a festival. And if you really want to know how it all panned out, the one, I will tell you, the net worth of the one who is still with us, I don't know his name here, but anyway, the one that's still with us, Fab Morvan, his net worth is, ready for this, everyone? And you decide if this worked out, $250,000. Not a million. $250,000.
Oh my gosh.
I know. Bless his heart.
I don't know how they know that, but.
I know. He lives in France. Well, it's expensive in France. So
I don't
anyway.
usually say stuff like this, but we have cars worth more than that.
Yeah. Anyway, that's the update from yesterday. I thought that was funny.
Before we get into it, let's take a question posted by one of our members on the landinvestors.com online community. It's free. And don't forget to subscribe on the Land Academy YouTube channel and comment on the shows you like.
Charlie wrote, I was told today the buyer and seller can use different title companies for the same transaction. Is this right? It came up because I wanted to use a title company that I bought the property with, but the seller requested a different one. Excuse me. Anyone ever done this? I guess they're saying do the title work with their escrow company and use mine for escrow/closing. I wouldn't do this. Okay, so here's a scoop. Can I cover this? All right.
Because
You're
I've never heard of this.
No,
it's not like real estate agents.
No, you don't. This is not how it goes. You're going to be paying double. If you're hiring, because if you think you're using their title company for all the work and then your title company's doing something else, they're just acting as your transaction coordinator or doing double. Usually they're just going to go, what? They're going to go, why are you talking to me?
I think the answer to this is no.
Right.
So everything else that Jill says after this is just information in a good way, not in a bad way. She's explaining why, but let's answer the question. No, you don't ever have two escrow and title companies.
No, but let me clarify something because I think this is where this gets confusing. What I do is I'm going to buy a property with title insurance, and if I can get a hold open clause or carryover policy, there's different ways that they call it, where I'm kind of leaving the escrow ready to go for me to quickly sell, so it saves time and money and energy on the sales side. I do that. So what happens sometimes, most of the time, it works out great. My buyer comes along. I say, hey, by the way, everybody, I've got this title company ready to go. It's going to save both of us $500 and we can get it done a week earlier. Everybody goes, oh, yippee-ki-yay, thank you for doing that. But now and then there are some weirdos. Usually it comes with an agent who's a weirdo.
That's the problem.
That dig their heels in.
That's what this
and
is.
They promise Susie over here. They're always going to use Susie. So I say, fine. So I tell my person, thanks very much. Yeah, I wasted a couple $100. I know. I'll call you on the next one. Bye. And then I go with their one because they're adamant about using Susie and do their things. That's what happens.
You know, speaking of Milli Vanilli class action lawsuits,
right?
That industry is riddled with kickback class action lawsuits. That's why
Makes me so
they're
mad.
emphatic about Susie.
Yeah.
Because she pays him $2,000 at the end.
Something. I don't know what it is, but it makes me mad. So anyway.
Today's topic, affordable housing versus affordable Cadillac Escalades. This is the meat of the show. Every Thursday, Jill and I hold a Land Academy Thursday webinar. And at the very beginning, I spend about an hour, maybe 2 hours every week, usually on Thursday morning before we do the show, do the webinar, collecting information from my favorite sources around the internet about what's going on with real estate. Sometimes it's land, sometimes it's houses, sometimes it's things like forbearance and how it's all going. But it's just a 10, 15-minute update to take the temperature or the pulse of what's going on in the real estate industry in our country that week. And for since COVID started, it's been impossible for me to do this and not mention affordable housing because it's so prevalent. It's such a thing. And why everybody's so upset with increasing rent and house prices.
Right.
When in reality, yeah, that's going up. It's pretty dramatically going up. It's setting markets, quite honestly.
True.
All of that, and it's always gone up. Real estate's always gone up with few exceptions.
So much that people are saying, like we talked about that, they're saying that, I can't buy a house now. The kids are thinking I'm out.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is a bunch of garbage. You can absolutely buy a house. Anyone here. Anyone. I proved a few months ago, I proved it financially. I proved it. If you have two people making federal minimum wage, you can buy a house.
Yeah.
You just can't buy it.
In Southern California.
Where you want.
Yeah.
So no, I want a new Escalade. And I have to ask myself if I can afford it. In a lot of cases, the dealership's going to tell you if you can afford it or not. And the answer is going to be an emphatic no. So is there any such thing as an affordable Escalade? No.
Why is it people do that? They jump up and down and say, this isn't right. They shouldn't charge this much rent. They shouldn't do it, but they don't jump up and down and say, crap, I'm paying $800 a month for this car. They go into it like, well, I wanted the car. I guess that's what it costs.
Or maybe they're a little bit smarter about it and say $800 is too much.
I hope so.
$600 would be better. Or if I'm really smart and trying to get ahead, $200 is better.
Do you know what's sad?
Or if I can get my dad's old car for free. So everybody approaches that correctly. But you're right. This affordable housing thing, if somebody could explain this to me, I would love for you to write in, please.
But some people don't, not to be your yang to your yin, but the yang to your yin, but
whatever that is.
I used to like to be yin and you're yang, but this time we're reversing it. So what are we up to now? Aren't there like 9 and 10 year car loans, which is ridiculous? Is it 7? How did you afford the Cadillac? I'm going to do that. That would be really funny. How did you afford that? Well, I have a 1,022-month loan. And so I still pay $200 a month. Sure, it's until my kid graduates from high school, but...
I saw a Volkswagen ad for a 7-year loan, and this is like a year ago.
Yeah.
And I'm like, first of all, does a Volkswagen last 7 years?
Yeah. That part, that's the other thing. Yeah. That's so funny.
So all kidding aside, this whole, and this is kind of the world we live in now, this complaining about stuff instead of doing something about it is very prevalent. For some reason, people love to write about it.
Yeah.
And so I would like to ask the next person who says it's not affordable here anymore. I have like a bunch of questions. Number one is, if it's not affordable here, why do you want to put yourself through that? And why would you want to live someplace where you can't afford it? You don't want an $800 car payment. I bet an Escalade payment is like $1,200.
I bet you're right.
So, no, you buy a different car, or you take public transportation, or God forbid, you get a better job. You get a job that pays better. There's never been more jobs than there are right now.
You know what's funny though?
This isn't for the people who are listening to the show. This is for the people who aren't listening to the show.
Help them, please.
Yes.
It's so interesting. I always remember that, learning that as a kid growing up, you see these people living in not nice houses with really great cars. Like, why do they do that? Like, even now, I bet if you drive through the apartment complex down the road from you, you'll find BMWs and this and that. And that's the choices that they make.
Yeah.
They say they can't afford it, but they can. Like you're just saying, they're just making that choice to put their money here instead of there. Sell the BMW, move to an area that you can afford and have a good life.
Yeah, and get some education where maybe you can work remotely, and then you can live anywhere you want.
Remember that car I drove for a while? A hand-me-down Lexus from you that you got for what, $6,000 or something maybe, and it was old, but it was great. It was a tank. I felt very safe in that car because it was just solid and big, and I liked that car. I got the windows tinted. I kept it very nice and clean.
I'm not here to judge anybody.
Yeah,
I'm not. But this is just the lifestyle that we've chosen, and I have a gut feeling that the vast majority of the people in Land Academy choose this type of lifestyle.
Right.
And so I'm not judging anyone. I'm just saying, let's just look at some facts. And don't just jump on some bandwagon and say it's not affordable to live in Manhattan anymore. Yeah, then don't live there. Yeah, but my parents are there. Then they should then get some FaceTime in.
It's funny. I get it. That's perfect.
Or get different jobs or however it works.
Need to send out a few thousand offers to property owners like us? Check out offers and the number 2owners.com. So it's offers2owners.com. No setup fees, free mail merge, exceptional service, and now including just released for everyone, concierge data and pricing. It's awesome. Give Offers to Owners a call today. Happy you could join us today. 5 days a week, you can find us here on the Land Academy Show.
Tomorrow, the episode on the Land Academy Show, well, it's Jack Thursday, and I'm going to talk about your land investing niche and how it chooses you, not the other way around.
I love talking about that, by the way.
You are not alone in your real estate ambition.
It is really interesting how people are like, I am now doing this kind of deal. Is anybody else doing this kind of stuff over here? And did you know this is how you solve this problem and that problem? And a lot of us are like, what are you talking about? They're like, I just figured this out. We're like, great, run with it. That's your niche. So it really does find you.
Yeah, here's a little prelude. This is how it finds you. You're off doing a real estate deal somewhere and you find out that if you put a mobile home on it,
there's a good example.
Buy for 10, sell for 25 or 30. If it was just a land, put a mobile home on it. It's going to take an extra 6 months. Sell for 300.
Mm-hmm.
That's a niche that's a niche that found me.
Exactly.
And that was an accident. And these niches are accidents.
I love it. That's the best way. Did you know that you could talk to us every first and third Thursday of the month on Clubhouse? Yep. So go on Clubhouse, find the Land Investing Club, follow it, find us, follow us, and you'll get notified when we go live. And you can tune in, call in, just go live on your phone with us and have a chat with us. It's really fun. We're Steve and Jill.
Information
and inspiration
to buy undervalued property.
We hope you find our content valuable and we appreciate your support. If you have not already, please check out our channel and hit the subscribe button.
And your comments and suggestions help us to create the content you're here for. Hitting the like button helps to support our channel's algorithm and gauge your interest for future shows.